it's TheOHMANGO here, and today I'm going to be doing a book review on two books. The first book is The Plague by Albert Camus, and the second book is As I Lay Dying by Faulkner. So let's get started. But first, I want to tell you that these book reviews are gonna hopefully be monthly. Like, I really want them to be monthly, but it may or may not happen that way. It might end up being bi-monthly. So this first book is by Albert Camus and it's called The Plague, and there are 308 pages. By the way, both of these books are scholarly books, so if you're going into a high-level literature class or college literature or just in the world, you know, these are books like people have conversations about where they're eating posh dinner with their boss. I'm just making that up, but it might happen. So this book is called The Plague, and it is pretty darn self-explanatory. It's when a town gets the plague, and you're introduced through the perspective of the town doctor, who's like, this seems like the plague. And they're like, no, don't want it to be the plague. It's a plague. The most interesting part of this book, the beginning and like kind of close to the end. The middle bits are a bit slow, and it's about the plague. Like, you can't go wrong when you're reading a book about the plague. I thought it was really interesting. And by the way, the video from last week is actually a sort of trailer that I did for one of my English classes, and it was supposed to be a trailer of the book. In the background of that picture was the plague doctor, and the guy was all sickly looking, and he was sitting on a pile of rats, because in this book it begins with you finding rats, and of course that's what got the plague. I suggest you read this, and I would give it a 3.5 out of 5 apple pies as far as a good book. I quite enjoyed it. It's kind of a thick book, and it's a sort of a medium read. I'm just gonna read you one quote from the book that I did highlight. There lay the real danger, for the energy they devoted to fighting the disease made them all the more liable to it. In short, they were gambling on their luck, and luck is not to be coerced. So, yeah, pretty good read. Ugh. I do happen to throw things a lot. So this next book is As I Lay Dying by Faulkner. First of all, this is one of the most confusing books I've ever read. I really truthfully didn't understand it. It's told from 13 or 14 different perspectives, so that is just, it's an intriguing read. It's thought-provoking. There we go. It's a thought-provoking read. It's just, you're thrown into the story and then trying to get a grip as to who is talking and whom they are. Like, I didn't even know the sex of each of the characters until about halfway through the book when I decided to start sparknoting it. Now, the nice thing about this book is each chapter perspective is about 2 to 3 pages. The most is like 4 or 5. Honestly, it makes it go by super quick, which is a lovely thing. But if you don't understand it, you don't understand it. Like, I just really didn't understand the book. So it is told from 13 different perspectives, but it's not like the book equally split. It's like 2 to 3 pages for each perspective, and it goes back and forth to each of those perspectives. More than all the other characters, we have the perspective of Darl, and when you begin this book, you begin with his perspective. So you're thrown into the story, which is nice, and you're thrown into one of the clearest perspectives because everyone else is just like, what is happening here? I don't think I would suggest you read this book. I would suggest you sparknote it and just know it from there, because honestly, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. Like, the only way I could comprehend this book is to sparknote it. But now that I do understand it, I do like this book. I'm glad that I finished it. I mean, you know, I had to, but whatever. I'm glad that I finished it, and I thought it was interesting. And it's funny because at the beginning of the book, all the perspectives are really jumbled and you're just like, what's happening? And then near the end, except for the one perspective of Darl, and then at the end of the book, everyone else's are pretty clear, and then Darl is a bit jumbled, so it's like, so I would give this book a 2.5 out of 5 apple pies because although I did like the storyline after I understood it, I had to go through the process of understanding it. And then just a little preview of the next book, we're going to be doing Catcher in the Rye. I don't know when that's going to be done. It might be next month, hopefully it'll be next month. Also, I'm going to have a couple art things coming soon, so I'm excited about that. I have it all recorded. I just need to edit it. And I will see you guys next Tuesday. And I have a Twitter, a Tumblr, and an Instagram, and you can go follow me on those. All the links are in the description. And I shall see you guys next Tuesday. I already said that. Bye, guys!
Subscribe to be notified when I make new videos, as I do that every Tuesday. Thanks for watching!